So it is that time again, another honest moneymaker that we can do, one that was requested over a year ago, and that was to collect buckets of sand. And who knows, maybe after 1 hour of this, or a couple thousand, we'll make some bills. And at that point, we can stop playing around in this sandpit and head over to the real sandpit, the sand casino. But not really. Don't really feel like losing my entire bank again. But anyways, let's jump into the video. So originally, I was going to use Law Runes, Air Runes, and the Earth Staff to teleport to my house. I would have to also move my house to which would also cost a pretty penny. So in the end, I ultimately decided to just use my max cape since I have free teleports on there. And I can go to any house teleport I want to, even if my house isn't there. And the reason why I'm using the max cape for this, the reason why I'm okay in doing this for this moneymaker, is because this sand pit has infinite sand. It will never, ever run out. And because of that, I would like to think that this is a very magical sand pit, so I'm kind of okay to use these magical items such as the cape with all of those nice teleports. I still feel like it's an honest job because we do have to collect the sand by ourselves with our own hands, and there are other ways of getting sand, so yeah, this is definitely not the most efficient, so I'd still say it's an honest job. So after we get that, we can use our max cape to teleport to the crafting guild, which is a very close bank here, get some more buckets, and then complete the process all over again. Or do the process all over again, I should say. Now, just to make it up to everyone else, I am going to do half with the cape and half without the cape, just so we can have both sides happy. And yeah. So now that we've explained the method that I'll be using for this moneymaker, all that was left to do was to get some cool fashionscape. And instead of going to the GE, I decided to support one of the local businesses in Varrock and do my shopping there instead. Now after buying some work clothes, there was only one item missing, and that was of course a hat or a helmet. You'll notice that this outfit is very similar to the one that we used in the first video, so I definitely needed a cool hat to set me apart from that outfit. So I went over to Drainer Village and quickly did some mask and hat shopping until I found the perfect one. Or so I thought. You see, before I started this moneymaker, I had to ask permission from Bert. Bert is the person who actually owns the sand pit here, and we can't just take sand from it without asking his permission. So I quickly headed over to his house, but I kind of ran into a problem. The very fashionable mask that I had chosen for this moneymaker scared the crap out of him. So I had to leave and pick another hat and come back. Now, a couple videos ago, I did mention the banana hat. I did want to wear that, but I opted to go for the most magic bonus, so yeah, we didn't end up using it. But I guess we can use it for this video. It's actually pretty nice, and it'll keep us protected from the sun in the sky. Hold on, this isn't the Runescape that you're used to. There we go. It'll protect us from the sun in the sky, so yeah, this hat will come in handy. So after switching hats, we went back to Bert, talked to him, and of course he said that we could use his sandpit no problem. We've been a very helpful friend to him, so yeah. Also, I'm not sure what he has on his overalls. It's yellow. The sand over here is kind of white. It looks more white than yellow, so yeah, I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe bananas, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, now that we have his permission, we can go ahead and do the moneymaker. And in case you're wondering, I went to my bucket supplier to get the buckets for this video since we do save money on this. We save 1 GP per bucket. And because of the mask that I was wearing, she kind of gave them to me for free. But don't worry, I paid her anyways. So just a little shout out to Sarah for selling buckets cheaper than they are on the Grand Exchange. Not a sponsor, by the way. So as for the method for this moneymaker, it is very simple. Yes, I know you've heard me say that before many times, but yeah, it's very simple. All we're doing is getting empty buckets, using them on this sand pit, and filling them up. Now, for the first 30 minutes, I did say I was going to be using the max cape, so basically this will allow us to get the maximum amount of buckets of sand per hour. The wiki did estimate about 1,000, and that was with using the runes to teleport, so we'll see how many we can get doing this method. So with the max cape, we were using the crafting guild teleport to bank there since it's very close, and then we'd use one of the POH teleports, the one, to teleport here to the sand pit and collect the sand. Now I definitely haven't ever done this for a moneymaker before, but I did do it during the Twisted League whenever I was training my crafting up. With buckets of sand and soda ash, you can make some molten glass and train your crafting up pretty nicely. It's definitely a popular way for Iron Men to train their levels up. But if you're a main account, there's almost no reason that you should be doing this unless you feel like getting your hands dirty and doing an honest job. Now, while doing this moneymaker, I did think to myself, why can't we use the bottomless compost bucket to do this? I mean, just think of how much sand we could gather if we could just stay here for an infinite amount of time and just have it gathering until we're 6-hour logged. Now, I know what the answer is. It's a compost bucket, not a sand bucket, but still, I think it'd be pretty cool. And with that being said, we are approaching the end of the first half of this video. So let's go ahead and take a look at how many buckets of sand we were able to collect in the first 30 minutes. Alright, so believe it or not, in only 30 minutes we managed to get 1,017 buckets of sand. Very impressive. So with the max cape and all the teleports, we were able to get essentially double the amount that the wiki estimated. The wiki was saying that we can get about 1,000 in 1 hour, so if we kept doing this for another 30 minutes, we'd probably have around 2,000, so very, very nice. Now we can go ahead and switch over to the non-magic setup. And yeah, we'll probably see a lot less than what we got here, but that's perfectly fine. So now for the second half, we have removed the magical cape off our backs, and now we're doing it the old-fashioned way. The scenic way, if you will. Now, if you're a bit lazy, like me, and still want to get sand, all you gotta do is complete the Elite Arty Diary. Once you do that, Bert will automatically deliver 84 buckets of sand to your bank every day. And apparently, according to the wiki, even if you cancel your membership, you'll still get the sand. So, pretty nice. So if you're stuck on F2P without a bond, all you have to do is wait 1,752 days until you have enough buckets of sand to sell for a bond. I mean, that is almost 5 years of waiting, but at least it's free. Here's a look at how many buckets of sand my good friend Bert has already delivered. It's about 2 years worth of buckets of sand since I've done the Elite Diary, so yeah, almost there to a bond. And honestly, there's probably some missing. I think I've done money making videos in the past before where I needed to use buckets of sand, and I'm pretty sure I just took them straight from that stack, so yeah. And while looking up some info on Bert, we actually did find out what those stains on his overalls were. It is sand. Don't know if I fully believe that one, but it is the examine text, so yeah, I guess it's sand. And while looking through the rewards for the Hand in the Sand quest, I found this little gem. It's a secret reward from Bert in where he gives you the sand, but I love this little description where it says he simply loves sand and wasn't in the job for money. And that's what it's all about. Just find something that you're passionate about. And speaking of passion, I just got a call from the higher ups at YouTube, and they told me that 79% of you aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you're enjoying this series, why not subscribe? It's completely free, and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content. And don't forget to turn on notifications so that you'll always know when a new episode comes out. But with that being said, we are approaching the end of the second half of the video, in which we collected buckets of sand without the max cape, just the old-fashioned way. Let's go ahead and take a look at how many buckets of sand we were able to collect and compare it to the first 30 minutes. Alrighty, so after another 30 minutes, we managed to get 476 buckets of sand, doing it the legit way, doing it the honest way with no magic whatsoever, except for the magic that is, of course, powering that infinite sandpit over there. But yeah, so even without teleports, without the air, law, and earth runes, we can still pretty much get about 1k an hour just walking to and from the bank, so that's actually pretty impressive. Now we can go ahead and sell off all of the buckets of sand that we got. In total, we did get, note them all. There you go. In total, we did get 1,493 buckets of sand for a total value of 49k, almost 50k, so not bad. And they instantly sell for 50,000 coins, so over the amount that we were planning to get, so I would definitely take it. Any extra money is always a welcome surprise, and yeah, not bad. So if we take into account the cost of supplies, it was 7,465 for the buckets. Subtract it from the money we made, which was 50,762 GP. That gives us a grand total profit of 43,297 GP. That now brings our total to 169,326 GP for the entire series. I just want to say thanks for checking out the video, and thank you to all the people who have decided to become channel members, with a special thanks to Captain Fat Daddy. Becoming a channel member is one of the best ways to show some extra support, and you get some perks along with it too. Once again, thanks for checking out the video, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and maybe even a subscription. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next episode.